Hello, my name is Alyssa Kraft, and this is my Module 1 introduction video for EDL 850 School Law. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. First off, some of the ISTE and program standards that I'm using throughout this are EI 4B and ISTE 1B. And I think that we will evaluate my school and the policies, the administration, the Board of Education, and myself on how well we demonstrate knowledge of the school laws. And then I will also discuss how the school chooses to inform, like our whole community, about them through using the website and our student handbooks. A little bit about my personal life. I grew up in Oakley, Kansas, and right now we live near Phillipsburg, Kansas. I've been married to my husband, Eric, for 10 years. He's over here in the picture with me. He is a farmer and rancher, and he's ranching on his family's farm by Phillipsburg. We have a 3-year-old daughter whose name is Maggie. She's a handful, but we have a lot of fun. And we moved a house, and we are renovating it. It was his grandparents' house, and it was built around 1900, so it's pretty old, and we're having a lot of fun with that, even though it's presented some challenges to us. My professional life, I graduated high school in 2006, and my first year of college I went to Fort Hays State and majored in communications and advertising, and I decided that wasn't for me, and so I switched majors to ag education, and I got married that summer and moved to K-State, and then I also minored in agronomy. After I graduated from K-State, I got the job I have now at Northern Valley High School, and I'm the ag teacher and the FFA instructor there. And in 2015, I decided to start pursuing a master's, and I'm doing that at Fort Hays State in instructional technology. I wanted to show you a little bit about what I do at school because some people don't know really what ag teachers do. These are some pictures over here to the side of some activities. I have a greenhouse that I can use and a shop where we weld. These boys on the bottom are working on engines, and then I have a boy practicing how to AI a cow. And the classes I actually taught last year were plant and soil science, animal science, advanced animal science, ag business, ag leadership and communications, ag mechanics, advanced ag mechanics, ag fabrication, small gas engines, and vet science. So I think I had 9 preps throughout the year. Some of these were semester classes, but each semester I had 9 preps a day. Some of my classes are doubled up, so it's very busy. My class sizes range anywhere from 4 to 15. Like I said, we're a really small school, and so like our senior class last year only had 4 that graduated, but our sophomore class has 22, so we have a lot of variety. When I went to critique my administrator, I found this a little bit challenging. For the first 5 years I taught, I had the same superintendent principal. The same person shares those 2 roles at our school. And this last year I had someone who was our science teacher who got their master's in administration, and now he holds that role. And so I had to be a little cautious, where he's a first-year teacher, not to make too many critical judgments of him, or not teacher, a first-year superintendent. But one thing I did notice about him and my old superintendent was he's very cautious before he makes a decision. He will go and reference the information in the handbook as well as with other people to make sure he's doing the right thing. So that shows me he knows those laws are there, and he wants to be really careful to make sure he follows those. Both my principals have followed protocol very well, set forth by the board through our student handbook. If I have an issue with a student in class, right away they pull that handbook out, they reference it, so they're following that very well. And he also attends the state meetings and keeps up to date with the changes. He always will tell us at our teachers' meetings about especially like funding and budget, but things that are happening. So he tries to inform us, although, sometimes I don't feel like I know specific laws. He tells us what we need to know. When I thought about our board, what I know that they do, I know that 2 board members did the required negotiations training so that they can bargain. They evaluate the student handbook every year, and they usually have updates each year, and I think that keeps it viable, and I think that's good. And we also, I know, have an attorney selected each year that is like the official person to ask questions to and help us if we need. I wanted to address where it said a safe environment where all students are encouraged to learn. And I found these excerpts, there's 3 of them from our actual handbook, and I copied them in here. And it says USD 212 is committed to providing a positive learning and working environment. And then we have a bullying statute here that talks about not discriminating or bullying people. And our point system is how we outline consequences and what we're going to do about it. Critiquing myself was even more challenging. Where I am most knowledgeable in school law is anything regarding career and technical education and funding laws. For example, I put here, we deal a lot with Senate Bill 155 through our state pathways, and I'm responsible for doing my own pathways in the ag department. And so I go to trainings. I went to a pathways workshop. I do winter symposium, summer conference. Each year, Kurt Dillon from KSDE comes out and talks to us about what's going on in Topeka and the changes. Jay Scott also talks to us a lot too. And so I feel like in regards to career and tech ed and funding, those are kind of the areas that are brought to me a lot and that I learn the most about. I'm also on our schools negotiations committee, and I attended a training for that. This is my first year holding that role, and I feel like I've learned a lot from that, even knowing what is legal for us to do, what's required for us to do. And so that's been kind of fun. I'm looking forward to learning more. And that kind of goes on here with my next slide of my proposed plan for me to get better. I want to continue going to professional development where I can learn and keep up to date, like my Kansas Association of Agriculture Educator conferences and Career and Tech Ed conferences as well. This class, I hope I can learn a lot from, and I want to ask questions and learn all that I can. So with that being said, I am happy to be in this class, and I look forward to getting to know you all better.